3, 2, 1. I'd like to call the regularly scheduled meeting of the Temecula Planning Commission to order. Please join Commissioner Ruiz as he leads us in a flag salute.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If you guys would please stand, place your right hand over your heart, and join me in the pledge. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Ruiz. Can we have a roll call, please, Denise?
Yes, good evening, Chairman. Commissioner Hagel.
Oh, here.
Vice Chair Turley Trejo.
Here.
Commissioner Ruiz.
Here.
And Chairman Gary Watts.
Here.
And we have one absent, Commissioner Telesio.
Thank you. All right, next thing on our agenda tonight is public comment. Does anybody care to speak with a public comment tonight? If so, you need to fill out a form. Seeing a slight shake of the head no, I'm going to assume that's a no. And I'll make it official. Do we have any public comment tonight?
We have none.
Very good. I'll skip that section then, and we'll go to our consent calendar. All matters listed under consent calendar are considered to be routine, and all will be enacted by one roll call vote. There will be no discussion of these items unless members of the commission request specific items be removed from the consent calendar for separate action. A total of 30 minutes is provided for members of the public to address the commission on items that appear on the consent calendar. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes. Public comments may be made in person at the meeting by submitting a speaker card to the commission secretary or by submitting an email to be read aloud into the record at the meeting. Email comments must be submitted to planningcommission@temeculaca.gov, meaning G-O-V. Speaker cards for in-person comments will be called in the order received by the commission secretary, and then if time remains, email comments will be read. Email comments on all matters must be received prior to the time the item is called for public comments. All public participation is governed by the council policy regarding public participation at meetings adopted by resolution number 2021-54. On the consent calendar tonight are the minutes from our meeting of August 17th. And I believe that's all on the consent calendar. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll move the minutes.
I'll second.
Moved by Commissioner Hagel, seconded by Commissioner Ruiz. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and that's a 4-0 vote in the affirmative. Our next item tonight is the public hearing. Any person may submit written comments to the commission before a public hearing or may appear and be heard in support of or in opposition to the approval of the project at the time of the hearing. If you challenge any of the project in court, you may be limited to raising only those issues you or someone else raised at the public hearing or in written correspondence delivered to the commission secretary at or prior to the public hearing. For public hearings, each speaker is limited to 5 minutes. Public comments may be made in person at the meeting by submitting a speaker card to the commission secretary or by submitting an email to be read aloud into the record at the meeting. Email comments must be submitted to planningcommission@temecula.ca.gov. Email comments on all matters, including those not on the agenda, must be received prior to the time the item is called for public comments. Any person dissatisfied with the decision of the commission may file an appeal of the commission's decision. Said appeal must be filed within 15 calendar days after service of written notice of the decision. The appeal must be filed on the appropriate Community Development Department form and be accompanied by the appropriate filing fee. All public participation is governed by the council policy regarding public participation at meetings adopted by resolution number 2021-54. And we have 3 items on this public hearing, and we're going to hear them all at once as one item, and I will go ahead and read each of those. Planning application, this is number 2 on our agenda. Planning application number PA22-0593, a development plan for the construction of an approximately 21,793 square foot industrial building located at 42684 Avenida, Alvarado. Item number 3 is planning application number PA 22-0594, a development plan for the construction of an approximately 11,369 square foot industrial building located at 42673 Avenida, Alvarado. And our final item number 4, planning application number PA 22-5-0595, a development plan for the construction of an approximately 22,679 square foot industrial building located at 42661 Avenida, Alvarado. Staff presentation will be presented by Mr. Scott Cooper, I believe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson, Planning Commissioners. As you stated, this is planning application 22-0593, 0594, and 0595 MS Mountain View buildings. So also, as you stated, 22-0593 is a development plan for the construction of an approximately 21,793 square foot industrial building. 22-0594 is a development plan for the construction of approximately 11,369 square foot building. And 22-0595 is a development plan for the construction of an approximately 22,679 square foot industrial building. A little bit of background on these project sites. Parcel Map 21382 was recorded on January 12th of 1990. The recorded parcel map contains 61 parcels along Avenida Alvarado, Rio Nido, and Via Industria, including the parcels for buildings 14, 18, and 19. So you can see where building 14 is located, where building 18 is located, and where building 19 is located. So the entire parcel map area has been previously rough graded. The improvement plans, including the streets and storm drain, were previously approved, and the construction of Avenida Alvarado and Via Industria is now complete. So all 3 of the buildings are located in the light industrial zoning district. They do meet the minimum parking requirements for the City of Development Code Table 17.24.040. They are consistent with the City of Temecula design guidelines for industrial buildings. They do provide outdoor employee break areas that include tables with seats, umbrellas, and trash receptacles, and all 3 of the buildings do provide for bike racks. Building 14 is located at 42684 Avenida Alvarado. You can see it on your screen. This is the site plan. So you have the industrial building, the employee break area in the middle of the screen, and then the enhanced paving at the driveway entrance. So the elevations and renderings, we have the 2 of the elevations and the renderings, and then just a reminder, all these colors have been approved on some form of the previous 13 buildings in the first 4 phases. So no new colors are being proposed, no new materials are being proposed. In terms of landscaping for this building, a total of landscaping on the project side is 44%. That includes Texas Ranger, fern pine, creeping fig, and the holly oak. Building 18 is located at 42673 Avenida Alvarado. Site plan is on your screen in front of you. You have the industrial building, again, the employee break area in the middle of the screen, and the enhanced paving. The elevation's pretty similar, except this one has the blue and the rendering. Landscaping on this building is 25%, and this includes the Mediterranean cypress, the Palo Verde, hopseed bush, and the creeping fig again. And then finally, building 19, located at 42661 Avenida Alvarado. So the industrial building, the employee break area, and then the enhanced paving on the top of the screen. So this one has the greenish color theme, and then the rendering. The landscaping on this building is 54%, and that has the London plane tree, the Mondale pine, the Indian hawthorn, and the Mexican honeysuckle. In terms of environmental, it is categorically exempt for section 15332, which is a class 32 for infill development projects. And then with that, staff does recommend the Planning Commission approve PA 220593, PA 220594, and PA 220595, subject to the conditions of approval. There's no changes in the conditions of approval on either of these three projects. That concludes my report. I'm here for questions and answers, and the applicant's engineer is here this evening.
We'll ask him to come up and speak in a minute or so. So, for two new commissioners, as you probably have known by now, we've been approving a series of these industrial buildings. So I've talked to Scott, and he's willing to present some type of an overall presentation of that, if that would help you, because we just keep doing it by piece, but it is part of a big puzzle, and if that's helpful, just indicate to him, and he would probably do that the next time we hear something on this. So with that, I will open it up to my right for questions for staff.
I think you answered it already, but my question, none of this is new to that area, right? The style, colors, all that, it fits, and it matches an existing building.
Correct. All the
already.
buildings look like an industrial park. The only thing that's different is just the main accent colors on each building as you're driving down the street.
But is there already buildings with those accent colors on, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Just clarification.
Commissioner Turley.
Yeah, can you pull up the parcel map again, please? So can you, I went out there today to look at what's already, which is amazing, what they've already done, right? Pretty cool. Actually looks really nice. Which ones have been done? Can you tell me which lots, just so
As actually complete,
yeah.
Josh may have a better answer on what's actually been complete, but it has started at Lot 1, so on the bottom right of your screen.
Okay.
And then it just goes all the way
Okay,
down
so
Avenida,
this-
Alvarado.
So these are more towards the back? the
Correct.
ones that were,
And
okay.
then the future phases turn up via Industria to the top of the screen, and then that's where it finishes off.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that was my main question. And you have bike racks, so I didn't have to ask. That's awesome. And thank you so much. Love it. So excited. Very good.
Thank you. Commissioner Hagel, do you have any questions? Nothing. Very good. I will go ahead and open the public hearing. Do we have any public speakers?
We have none.
We'll ask the applicant's representative to come up and say a few words about the project for benefit of the commission and our staff members tonight, please.
Do you need one of these?
We don't.
No, okay. Wasn't sure. Good evening, commissioners. My name is Josh Barrett with SDH and Associates. I'm the civil project engineer for this project. Thank you all for hearing our project tonight. We agree with all conditions of approval and appreciated the work and help with staff. And I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
Apparently, we don't have any questions for you tonight, Josh, so
Easy enough.
thank you, and we're very pleased with the project. I mean, it's needed, and we really, personally, I just love the design and the colors and everything else, so.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate the jobs that it creates, too.
Indeed. Thank you all.
Thank you, Josh. And with that, I will close the public hearing and discussion or motions, or a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve planning application PA 220593, 220594, and 220595.
I'll second.
Okay, the motion's been made by Commissioner Turley-Trejo and seconded by Commissioner Ruiz. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and that's a 4-0 vote in the affirmative. Thank you, Josh, congratulations. And we will move on to the next item on our agenda, which is commissioner reports. Anybody have a report tonight? I'll start on my left.
No, it's been
Right.
quiet.
Lene?
I just wanted to say that I went to the 9/11 memorial, and it was raining, and it was really short, like shorter than I even imagined, but I think it was really good. It gave people an opportunity that wanted to be there, and we obviously should never forget. And it was interesting to watch the Boy Scouts come in with the flag and realize that they weren't even born when this happened. And, you know, for me, for all of us, I'm sure here, we can remember where we were when we heard about it. And so anyway, I'm really glad that the city still does that, and I hope they will continue to do that. And It was wonderful to see. This was the fire weekend, right? So it was just like seeing all the firemen that were there, and being able to thank them for what they've done for our city and really saving our city, I feel like. And so that was, I was grateful to be able to be there. So, great job.
Thanks, and I just want to take an opportunity while I got the opportunity to do so, to thank the city. My son's banner was put up, he's in the Air Force, and the city has their military appreciation banner program, and my son's was posted up today, was able to surprise him and send a little video and do a little FaceTime with him, so he was able to see that, and, you know, having that kind of support for our military is always fantastic, but to the family of that, it means the world, so just want to express my appreciation to that.
I just have something to add. So I was in New Jersey near New York on 9/11 and got to visit a number of memorials there. Just about every town has a memorial for those that were lost, and it's amazing the list of people in each town that were lost. And the question that was asked to me is, does anyone on the West Coast celebrate or memorialize 9/11? And I was proud to say that maybe some cities don't, but our city does. And it was very meaningful to people that people all the way across the country, it meant something to them.
Yeah, and just to add, New York may not be the safest city in the world, but if you are there, go see. If you haven't seen the memorial, it's amazing, and it will bring tears to your eyes. So, okay, I mentioned I did go to the art festival out here in the square the other day, and there was quite a few really neat drawings on the ground, and quite a few people. So that was nice, and my compliments to the community services for putting on another great event. So, okay, that's takes care of commission reports. Community Development Director report. Mr. Watson, please.
Yes, just a couple of things real quickly. The Altair project, which is right across the way here, at the foothills of the mountain, the escarpment over there. The new owner is Brookfield, not the new, but you know it's newer, a year or so. And if you're not familiar with Brookfield, they're a very large international conglomerate, very experienced developer. So that was actually a good development that we picked them up to develop that project. They're actually going to be doing some work up on the hill, very minimal work. There are these draws that are drainages that come naturally down the hill. They have to do some grubbing and some clearing in those draws to fulfill one of the permits they have to vest that permit so it doesn't expire. And I just tell you that in case you see some work going on up there and people start asking you what's going on. It's minimal work. It's not going to lead to any mass grading of the site. They're not there yet. But just so you get a call and they're like, hey, is it started? Not really. They got a lot of work to do with Ron and our team on infrastructure before we get there. Just wanted to let you know that. And of course, the long-awaited bus tour is October 27th, as some of you mentioned earlier. The last time we did that was 2018. We usually do it every 2 years, and then it landed on 2020, and we all know what happened then, and then 2021 as well. So we're all excited to go on a bus tour. October 27th, 8 o'clock. We'll have some food before we go. We'll have lunch afterwards, just so you know. Hope everybody can make it. If you can't, please let me know early in case we have an opportunity to change that. So, 8 to 12? Yeah, 8 to 1. Yeah, we'll be back by about 12 to have lunch. So if you have to go, then you can take off, but we will have some food.
Brookfield owns the mall, is that correct?
Yes,
Yes.
a division of Brookfield owns
Yeah,
the mall.
so we have some idea of the quality of work they do.
Yeah, and we've been working with the Brookfield team on the housing side, and they're a very professional outfit. So it's good that they're in the city doing work. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll go for our Public Works Director report. Mr. Ron Moreno, please.
So my report revolves around the French Valley Parkway. So The firms that are going to be handling the construction management have been shortlisted, so interviews will take place next week. The two firms are South Star and Falcon, and then we'll be picking a CM. And then, of course, the bids for construction conclude October 6th, and look for a groundbreaking before the end of the year, is the current plan. But as part of the French Valley Parkway, there's some utility relocations that are pretty critical that need to take place. So during the Fairview fire, if you recall, we were advertising that the I-15 was going to be shut down. That had to be canceled because of the fire. So therefore, the new closure dates are October 23rd and November 6th. So those are the two closure timeframes. You'll be seeing some message boards and everything, and it'll be the same thing. It'll be at night over the weekends, and closures all the way from Clinton Keith to Winchester. So big detour. Look out for more announcements, but those have been delayed to October 23rd and November 6th. Okay.
Thank you, Ron. And with that, I believe that we will stand adjourned until our next regularly scheduled meeting, which is October 5th, but it may not happen. So if not, it's not officially canceled yet, or?
Not officially
Okay.
yet, yeah.
So if it is canceled, we'll be meeting back here on October the 19th at our second regularly scheduled meeting of the month. So with that, we stand adjourned. Thank you very much.